Anyway, I'm Pluto. This is TD Zig here, the 80 carry for Team Dynamic, and you guys are coming into this tournament with a good bit on the line. You know, you guys are 6 in the seed, hoping to get into packs. Depending on there's no huge upsets here, and maybe Dignitas and Curse take 1 and 2, you guys will be locked in there. Is there any teams like you guys are super scared of facing? Is there any team that you guys have maybe like a really bad track record in as far as scrims are concerned that you're worried about playing?
So I think we're obviously scared of the teams like Curse and Dig. Well, scared is a big word. Maybe not scared, but those are the harder matches that we'd have, if any. And CLG Black probably. We played them for some Pro Series match a few weeks ago, and they've been looking good. And now they have Wild Turtle as well.
Oh, is he subbing for them, or did they pick him up?
I talked to Zuna. I don't know if I should reveal this, but he basically said if he does, okay, this is obvious. If he does well, he's staying. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so no, he's subbing for Link, right? Link one more time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as far as your position is concerned, down bot as an 80 carry with your support Pixel there, do you guys feel like you guys stand up against the top kind of bot lanes out there, or do you guys maybe get carried by your mid lane Paradoxical?
I think both of those statements are
loaded as hell.
Yeah, I think Para is he's a good guy. He's I think our team is strong. That's what I'll say. That's I think we all do well in our own roles, and while we're not extraordinary, like you wouldn't think of us as the Alex Each of Canada or something. You wouldn't think of Para as that, but I think we all do good. We do well enough at least.
I know a lot of 80 carries out there are known for different play styles. Like Double Lift is known for his Vayne and whatnot. Are you particularly known for any particular champion, or you just play what's OP and try to win?
I play a bit of Misfortune actually.
Really?
This one
that's a sweet ass pin.
It is.
Look how awesome that pin is. Zoom in right on that pin. Oh, Misfortune. So would we potentially see a Misfortune play out of you today?
Probably, yeah, probably. That's one of the only champions that it's one of the few champions that I play that not a lot of other 80s play. Mostly because she doesn't seem, a lot of people talk bad about her on general discussion and Reddit, and so.
Why do you like her? Why do you play her?
She does a lot of damage, and if you
that's how most 80 carries work, I think.
Well, in lane, like especially early on, I think she does a lot of damage, and she has a healing debuff too, which is really underrated. So it works well against sustained matchups, which like Sona and Soraka.
What's your ideal support with Misfortune?
Probably Tarek, Blitz, or Sona, I think.
Pretty much the 3 main supports that like.
Anything's good actually, to be quite honest, yeah.
Okay, talking a little bit more about Misfortune because, like you said, not a lot of people play her. Some people kind of diminish the power of her ultimate, They think, oh, it's just for wave clear, it's just for such and such. When do you think is a perfect time to use it? Is it if I'm going to hit all 5, you only use it for wave clear? Or is it just like situational, just whenever you want to, you'll just throw it out there?
Well, you're trying to get as much damage off as safely as possible, and the ultimate's actually really good for that. Like, you could just stand really far back in a Baron fight or a Dragon fight and get the ultimate off without even getting within the danger zone, like where you could get damaged or CC'd. So I think it's good in team fights in general. And now that they changed it to physical damage, it's actually pretty useful late game too, as long as you get a Last Whisper pretty early. So I think it's good as long as you can use it without getting interrupted or something like that, yeah.
Okay. Is there any other, like you were just talking to me about other 80 kind of bot lanes, is there an 80 bot lane out there that you're scared of, that you just don't like facing, that you maybe have a bad track record with, that you just lose to all the time, or you guys feel pretty confident against most pairs?
I really don't. Oh, you mean like player-wise or champion?
Well, like, you guys versus Afro and Muffin, or you guys versus, Elements and Cop.
I don't like playing against Double Lift and Chouster pretty much. That's about it. And champion-wise, I don't like playing against Ezreal Sona. I don't know if that was asked, but I really hate those 2 champions. And I think Muffin and Cutie, we have an okay track record against.
Muffin and Cutie, those are 2 different people.
Or sorry, Muffin and.
Just kidding, yeah, Muffin and Afro.
Muffin,
the Afro QT combo.
The Afro Cutie combo, yeah. Those guys, they do pretty well against us. Well, we go even. I think Cop and Elements is the same way. We actually had to play. I can't remember which team it was. We had to play like 5 straight best of 3s against Curse or something, and like it was back and forth, I think so.
Now, do you guys you and Pixel have kind of any kind of a trademark thing? Like, do you guys like to play super aggressive? Are you guys a super passive lane? Are you guys kind of in the middle? Who denotes that? Like, are you like, Pixel, let's do this? Or is he like, let's do this, or let's back off? Or who makes the calls there?
Pixel has this very Russian but timid voice, and he usually says, "Come on, Zig, let's go." And it's very...
That's a great impression, actually. It's very good. I thought you were him for a second.
Me too. I was scared for a second, actually. But He's actually smiling at me behind the camera. Yeah, it's usually him if there's any aggression. If there's any passivity, it's probably me. And we're actually back and forth. Before, I think we were known a little more aggressively, but not anymore. Not much so anymore.
Now, going to your previous LAN experience with IPL Face-Off that just kind of happened, you guys didn't perform as best as you would have liked to, of course, but you still were there. You qualified, you made it, and it was pretty good. What was the problems there? You said you faced World Elite the first round, and you got knocked out of the tournament entirely by MTW, who is now the monomaniac Ferris or whatever. What happened at Face-Off that kind of put you guys out of there?
I think we ended up playing a few champions that we weren't as comfortable with, and we just got caught at key moments. I feel like it could happen to anyone, but we really it was just simply underperformance. We didn't play well. We played against a team we didn't know much about, and then we didn't really. I think there was a bit of lack of confidence, and then a bit of just failure, like messing up a few times when it was crucial, and that's about it.
Now, a lot of teams are always talking about. I pretty much asked everyone so far this time. A lot of teams saying they're hiding things, they're practicing secret strats, they're not going to pull it out at Raleigh. Is TD going to have any kind of that? Are you guys pulling out like something like Skarner mid or some crazy stuff like that? I think we saw, I forget who it was. Somebody ran Ezreal mid. Was it SK or I forget who it was. Some team.
I think it was actually CLG Black may have done that pretty recently. They said they did it against Dig pretty recently. I was talking to Zuna about it. He has some fast Baron strat.
Yeah, it was like Ezreal with a Madrid's Blood Razor early, and then York up top, and I think Udi or Tiger Stance in the jungle.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything crazy we're going to see from Team Dynamic?
Well, I don't think anything in particular. We do sometimes play some pretty unconventional stuff. Like Zion Spartan really likes Akali, so if we can figure out how to make that work, like in some comps, we'll probably end up running her almost every game that we can. And I don't know.
Is Akali dirtier than Westrice's?
We think so. No, the general public may not.
I've seen it be pretty dirty actually in a scrim before. Yeah, we went like 26-1 or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think both are pretty good at Akali. I'm probably supposed to say Zion's better at Akali, but I think they're probably even.
Supposed to and wanting to is two completely different things. So we'll see what happens there. But best of luck with everything. I hope this tournament turns out well for you. I hope we are able to see you guys at PAX. I hope there's no big upsets and craziness, because I know you guys are a young and awesome team that just. You guys have a lot of drive to win. You guys have a lot of young enthusiasm. Pretty much is what comes from Team Dynamic from me. But do you guys have any shout outs or anything? Any Twitter, Facebook, any streams that you want to talk about?
So I guess I'll shout out all our sponsors. So
just look at your shirt. That's so professional. That's exactly how it should work.
You can look at my shirt. I don't need to look at my.
Look at that. You got Razer. You got BinQ. Is Gamescom? Is that Gamecom? Clantronics. That was not a thing. So that you want me to shout your sponsors for you? Damn.
Well, anything. If you shout out my sponsors, that's good too. I mean.
What about Twitter or Facebook?
You can follow us at facebook.com/teamdynamic, and we don't have a Twitter, I'm pretty sure.
Do you have a personal Twitter? We can talk about whenever you go to the bathroom and stuff?
No, unfortunately I don't. My bathroom sessions are quite unnoticed by the general public.
You should change that, because I know St. Vicious has 20,000 people that love to hear about his bowel movements.
That's wonderful. Chinese food?
Chinese food. That's Jackie.
Oh, okay.
But thank you again for the interview. Good luck in the rest of the tournament and the beginning of the tournament, because that hasn't even started yet. Yep. I know you guys are going to have a rough schedule, just like everyone else. It's going to be a tough place to fight. But I wish you the best luck and hope you guys succeed, and hope to see you at PAX. But again, this is Pluto, and we'll see you next time for another interview.